what is the power of this meeting? The power of this meeting is simply the power of ordinary people in a situation where there is not much open and public discussion. This is as good as it gets. The new developer is promising, and there was a press release only today from the council saying exactly this. The new developer is promising that they will get some sort of first plan out by Christmas.
I've seen the plans myself already, the proposed plans, and they are good. As in the medical service, they want a 600 square foot medical service centre there, which the county council want 800. But in the previous plans, they offered 400 and the council wanted 600. So Chase have already met that demand, I think. Okay, the ladies just asked whatever we say here today, will it make any difference? Because they'll put the plans in very, very short weeks. Truth is, with Chase Homes, like, they are very understanding to all of us, not just the retail side like myself, but the public as well, and are more than prepared to listen.
We want to make sure that local people have a voice. We want to help facilitate a conversation, and we will work incredibly hard to do it. We want to work with the steering group, we want to work with the council, and we want to make sure that this meeting here is an opportunity for you to share your ideas, for us to record them, for you to become involved in the campaign if you want to, and then for those ideas to be passed through, and for you to know there's local people working with you to do it. So that's.
I'm not online, so how do I find out all this information? Because the only reason I saw that was in a shop window, and I actually live in the town.
Just say you can read the Mercury in the library.
Have we got Mike Kahn here at the moment? He was hoping to join us.
The three patient practice groups are all together with me, and we're going to run a campaign to either try and keep Ware Road open, which I don't think is going to happen, or to put a lot of pressure on the NHS to improve the general National Health Services in Hertford, i.e. make the practices better, to open a medical centre, either in Bircherley Green, or if it doesn't look like Bircherley Green Medical Centre is going to go ahead, we'll get one somewhere else.
2 points I wanted to make actually. First one was perhaps around the idea of leverage and what status the group has, what power it might have. And I guess its main power is looking around. You all look, like me, old enough to vote. And that's one of the key important things, I think, that may focus people's minds. And you're all networked people that are also old enough to vote. And that may be very useful when you have these sorts of numbers.
I want to put a note of realism in here. It is evident from what was said that apart from planning permission, the council have no leverage over what goes in here. This is a commercial developer. He's probably paid a lot of money for this site. He wants a return on it. So he will build primarily what is commercially viable.
Wouldn't it be better to spend that £20 million on Bircherley Green, eat car parking, and I think it is appalling that in the county town we have a bus station where there is nowhere for anybody to go to the toilet. It's a bus station that is used regularly by many elderly people who come to it from Seal into the centre of our town. It is also used by people who are travelling all the way to Heathrow Airport.
It's whether or not we want this theatre. I don't think it's a good idea, but we're here to talk about Bircherley Green. We know that's going to happen sometime in next year. If the theatre goes ahead and the sports centre is redone, we're going to have 3 of our attractions, if you like, in the town, all closed down at the same time. That doesn't seem to make any sense whatsoever.
Hello everyone, I'm Joe. As a student at the Seal School Sixth Form, in my 7 years of being there, I have not been consulted once by East Herts District Council over any issue whatsoever.
I took the opportunity the past few days to ask my granddaughter at 16 for her opinion, and would she ask a couple of her friends at school. Coming to shops, their opinion is that they would like a shop like Boots was with the drugstore across the way, given them that variety, larger than the chemist they've got. The other thing they would like to see would be a clothes and shoe shop that was in competition with Matalan and offered them different options. And the third thing, which rather surprised me, was that they'd like a cafe that addressed their age group, but only served simple coffees. They're not into the flat whites and the overpriced and everything. They just wanted somewhere where they could go and sit off the street and enjoy life.
I am part of the Hertford Hub. What we can do is go out to the schools, talk to the schools, send them questionnaires and see what the youngsters would like to see their town in 5-10 years' time.
And I wonder how many people here are aware that the County Council is carrying out an initiative to try and improve bus services. There are notices at some of the bus stops. They're on the real-time thing that comes up.
Good evening, my name is Peter Godfrey. Rather like the gentleman over there, I'm a retired chartered surveyor as well. I've got to say that I always said I didn't think retail was feasible. I never saw a viability assessment. I did ask the council whether I could actually see a viability assessment, because what I knew that viability assessment would show was that retail was actually going to give them negative profit.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Alex Starr and I'm from the Green Party and I sit on Hertford Town Council from May, and I'm interested in sustainable transport. I've been particularly involved with it in the Benjamin neighbourhood plan. And you mentioned the need for more car parking, and there is an issue in Hertford with the air quality in the centre of town. And I'm here to listen, and I've listened to what you've been saying with great interest. And that car parking issue, just what worries me is that could make the air quality worse. And I'm interested in what your views are about how we reconcile those two competing issues.
Wondering about the viability of sort of start-up units, incubators, things like Akava, which is a charity for artists that take buildings like this for artist studios. The man in the shed kind of activities, building blocks is one done in North London, where you have community workshops that act as spaces for people to start their own businesses.
You've only been going a month. The hub hasn't been going very long, but it seems to have quite a lot of covered a lot of ground already. What success can you tell us that you've had as a society?
The City Society has certainly fought a fair few campaigns on different topics. And I don't really want to go on about this any further right now. Happy to engage in dialogue with that sort of thing afterwards. The aim of tonight is to look forward and not back.
I think we'd all love to actually do something, and so if we can just get involved and actually, so we actually a bit of people power, rather than feeling like we're just sitting and we're listening, but we're not.
How we're going to get together and make people listen to us. Because I'm not going to lie, this is going to be ridiculously difficult. It's going to be long hours in the cold leafleting, or knocking on doors, or talking to people in the town centre. It's going to be late nights, typing emails to your councillors, ringing them up, speaking to the officers. But we're willing to put the work in. And as we are Hertford, I'm not asking you to put your faith in us. I'm asking you to come with us and campaign with us to make this difference.
I relied on the town centre when my little boy was born back in 2016 on being able to get hold of things quickly in the town centre, because children, specifically babies, are unpredictable. I think one demographic that we have not necessarily brought here tonight is parents of young children, because my little boy's being looked after at home by my husband, thankfully, and I really want to make an effort to come to this. I think we need, in terms of campaigning, to reach out to certain groups. And it was mentioned earlier on about the mums. It's the Where in Hertford Mums group is a very proactive group in this area, and they will have no problem saying exactly what they would like from the town.
Again, it doesn't all have to be about retail. We've got Courtyard Arts with our art gallery, and we manage the space at Hertford Theatre with the gallery there. We have a shop. There are other things going on in Hertford, and we need to make sure that we champion
the other options that we have. You know, start-up businesses. We have, you know, the pop-up market that was on recently.
One obvious thing is that we should be considering, is it possible to invite the developers to come to a public meeting?
If you want to be added to our mail circulation list so that you can keep in touch, you can keep getting information from us, please put your email address on the back of your slip before you put it in the box outside.